Hello, and welcome to the Zula B. Wiley Public Library's Youth Storyteller Session. I'm Toni Simmons, storyteller, children's author, and former library director, and I'm here to share storytelling tips, techniques, and methods with you. Now, these sessions are geared for youth, grades 3 and up, but all are welcome to join in, regardless of whether you want to become a storyteller or a business owner. These tips and techniques will give you practice with oral expression of ideas, creative and appreciative listening skills, and reading and writing skills. Now, are you ready to join us today? Let's get started. We're gonna start off with some warm-ups. Yes, we've gotta warm up our body, okay? Now, I'm gonna give you some words, some movement words. When I say the words, you're gonna move as the word tells you to. Come on, get up. Let's get started. Our first word is slither. Show me how you slither. Yes. How do you slither? Come on, slither everything. Get that body moving. Work it out. Work it out. Now let's try another word. How about bounce? Can you bounce for me? Come on. Now some of you can bounce faster than that. Come on, bounce. Or bounce slow like me. Just bounce. How do you bounce? That's it. Now can you melt? How do you melt? That's it. Melt. Oh. Now let's try another word. Hurry. Can you hurry? Hurry. How do you hurry? Yes, that's it. Hurry. Let's try stomp. Stomp. That's it. Come on. Show me how you stomp. How about punch? Can you punch? Slowly and then fast. How do you punch? You could say he punched. Punch. That's it. Now what about skip? Can you skip? Show me how you skip. Maybe like this, maybe really high, or maybe just a little skip. Yes, how do you skip? Come on, let's all skip. Now, this one may be hard. Can you drag? How would you move your body to drag? That's it. Drag. Drag. Good. Can you bend? Maybe just bend your elbow. Maybe bend your arm. Maybe bend all the way over. How do you bend? Can you bend? Good job. Bend. Now, can you stretch? Oh, that's a good one. Stretch. You can stretch your arms. You can stretch your legs. You can stretch your whole body. Just stretch. Show me how you move to the word stretch. Now, can you wiggle? Woo, how do you wiggle? Come on, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Get all those wiggles out. Get all those wiggles out. There you go. Yes. Oh, good, good. Now, you can relax. Yes. Now we're going to do some more movement. This time, you're going to show me where you are. I call it the where game. I'm going to name a place, and you do a movement to show me that you're in that place. Okay? Let's try. How about, let's see, a place that you like to go to, like the library. Okay, show me you're in the library. What can you do to show me that's where you are? That's it. You could pick up a book and maybe pretend you're reading a book. You could be listening to a story at the library. What else could you do? Show me you're in the library. Maybe you're checking out a book. You're looking at the shelves in the library, looking at the books. What can you do to show me that's where you are? Good. Now let's try another place. How about the beach? Oh, wouldn't that be a great place? How can you show me that you're at the beach? What are you doing? Walking in the sand? Kicking in the sand? Or picking up seashells? Or maybe you're surfing? Or swimming? Or just bathing in the sun? Or playing with the beach ball? Oh, I see you. Pick something you can do to show me that you're at the beach. Now let's go to the grocery store. Everybody likes to go to the grocery store. Maybe you're looking at things on the shelf at the grocery store. Or maybe you're paying for what you're buying at the cashier. Think about what else you do at the grocery store. Are you pushing a cart? Show me that's where you are. Oh, I see you. Good, good. Now where can we go next? How about to school? I know that's your favorite place. What can you do to show me you're in school? Or maybe you can be writing at your desk or listening to your teacher or on the computer. Show me, or at recess or at lunch. Show me that's where you are. You're at school. Now, how about the church? What can you do to let me know you're in church? Maybe you're praying. Maybe you're singing. Maybe you're listening. Let me know that you're in church. Think about what you can do to show me that's where you are. Now, let's pick another place. Restaurant. Yes. Maybe you're sitting down at a table. You're looking at a menu. Maybe you're eating. Or maybe you're taking out or ordering something. How can I tell that you're in a restaurant? Oh, I see you. Yes. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Show me you're in the restaurant. Good. Now let's see, where else can we go? The park. What can you do at the park? Climb up on the jungle gyms? Or slide down? Or maybe you could sit in the swing? Or sit on a park bench and read? Picking flowers or things that are there growing in the park? What can you do to show me that you're in the park? That's it. Yes. Now let's go to a football game. Yay! Maybe you're cheering for the team. Oh, or maybe you're watching what's going on. Oh, and it's coming close. Show me what you can do to let me know that you are at a football game. You got it. Yes. Okay. Now it's time to relax. Yes. Let's go on and try some other things. Now let's review. Over the past few weeks, we've learned some different storytelling skills. We learned about using expressions on our face. We've learned about moving our bodies with pantomime and gestures. We've learned about our voice, using our voice so we can be heard, so that our voice has expression too. We learned how to select a story. How many of you chose a story from the last time and started to learn something new? Maybe a fable or a folk tale or something you wrote yourself. Did any of you practice the nursery rhyme stories? I know some of you did because I got some. Yes. So we talked about choosing the story. We talked about using eye contact, looking at your audience. We talked about not looking down at the floor or fidgeting with our clothes. We talked about having focus and concentration, not being distracted with sounds or cell phones or babies crying, so that we can remember what we're telling. What else did we talk about? Yes, how to walk on the stage and introduce yourself. I showed you that. Yes. Now, I want to go a little bit more in depth today. I want to talk about how you tell the story, so that when you're learning the story, and we practice that too, how to remember it, what happened first, what happened second, what happened third, and putting it in your own words, not memorizing the words of the story, but putting it in your words. Now, when you start to tell the story, you've got to decide, when you're learning it, how you want to tell it. Yes, will you be a narrator? That means telling it like, once upon a time, there were 3 bears. That's being a narrator. Or you could tell it as if you're a character in the story. Like this. Let me tell you about the time that I went to the 3 bears' house. Yes, and how I ate all of their porridge and slept in their beds. See, that would be telling it as if you are who? Goldilocks, right. Now, we talked about using different voices. I showed you some of that when I told you Boragita. I used a different voice for Senor Coyote. Remember? Oh, Boragita, I'm going to eat you. Yes. Decide what kind of voice you want to use for your characters. Now, also, decide if you will have the audience participate. Do you want them to join in with you? Like in Boragita, when I had everybody say, Boragita, I'm going to eat you. Boragita, I'm going to eat you. Or maybe they would join in with the 3 Billy Goats Gruff, where as they go across the bridge, you would have everyone go, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. Yes. Or maybe they could join in with a song. Like in my story, The Cheese Chase, where I have everyone say, cheese, cheese, I'm carrying my cheese. Cheese, cheese, I'm carrying my cheese. You get it? Now you can create your own little songs. You can create your own little rhymes and rhythms. Like when you're telling the story of the gingerbread man. Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Just play around with it. After you've decided what story you want to tell, then decide how you want to tell it. And when you're learning it, you practice it that way. Yes, practice it with your expressions. Practice it with your voice getting loud and soft and loud and soft like that. Just go back and forth. And what faces you will make. Yes. And whether you have the audience participate with you. Now, you've got to practice all the time. Tell the stories to your dogs. Tell it to your cats, to your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your grandparents. Call up your friend and tell them. Yes. Start having storytelling nights at home and everybody take turns sharing stories. Now, last time I let you hear one of the youth storytellers from the Zula B. Wiley Library. Today, I'd like to let you listen to a couple of more stories from our youth tellers. These are kids who've been practicing stories just like I'm asking you to, and I hope you'll keep doing it too, and get some tips from them, from some young people. Now, that's all I have for today. So stay tuned and watch some of our youth storytellers. See you later. Bye-bye. storyteller is David Brock.
Peter.
Hello?
Hi.
I'm going to tell you the story of Jack Goes to Seek His Fortune. Some of you may have heard it, some may not have. Well, one day, Jack, he just decided to go set out and seek his fortune. He was walking along, and he met on the side of the road. Meow. Meow. Who do you think he met?
A cat.
A cat. May I come too? Oh, sure, said Jack. That'd be great. Oh, great, said the cat. So Jack and the cat kept going. And can I have a volunteer who can meow like a cat?
Meow.
Meow. I just need one. Okay?
Stop it.
So they kept going, Jack and the cat, and soon, woof, 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 who did they meet?
A dog.
They met a dog. What are you doing, Jack? Said the dog. I'm going to go seek my fortune. May I come too? Said the dog. Oh, sure, said Jack. So Jack and the cat and the dog kept going. And can I have a volunteer who can bark like a dog? Okay, good. So they kept going, and soon enough, who they meet? Close, a goat. What are you doing, Jack? I'm going to go seek my fortune. May I come too? Sure, said Jack. Great! So Jack, the cat, the dog, and the goat kept going. Can I have someone who can bat? Okay? Great. They kept going, and soon...
Cow.
Close, a bull.
What?
What are you doing, Jack? I'm going to go seek my fortune. May I come? Oh, that'd be great, said Jack. So Jack, the cat, the dog, the goat, and the bull kept going. And who wants to moo like a bull? Someone who's not made who. Okay? So they kept going. And finally, they met on the side of the road. Cock-a-doodle-doo!
A rooster.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
That's a chicken.
They met a rooster. What are you doing, Jack? Said the rooster. I'm going to go seek my fortune. May I come too? Oh, sure, said Jack. So Jack, the cat, the dog, the goat, the bull, and the rooster kept walking. But it was starting to get late. They figured they needed a place to spend the night. Just then, over the horizon, they saw a house with the lights on. So Jack told his friends, the animals, to stay back, and he would make sure it was safe. He crept up and looked in the window, and there were two robbers counting their money, as all robbers do. Well, he went back and told the animals he had a plan. He told them to get right up next to the house. And if I can have my volunteers for this, he told his animals on the count of 3 to make as much noise as they could. So on the count of 3, make your noise. 1, 2, 3. And those robbers got so scared they ran out the back door as fast as they could. And they just left everything behind. Jack and his animal friends, they went in the house. And Jack went to sleep. He was pretty tired. The cat curled up in the rocking chair and went to sleep. The dog crawled under the table and went to sleep. The goat went upstairs and slept up there. The bull down in the cellar to go to sleep there. And the rooster, he flew up to the roof and fell asleep up there. A little later that night, the robbers figured they'd better make sure their money was safe. So they sent one man back to the house. He went in the house, and there was a huge commotion, and he came running back out. You won't believe what I saw in there. It's haunted. I went to sit down in the rocking chair, but a little lady with knitting needles poked me in the back. Who was that? The cat. Well, I sat at the table, but a shoemaker was under the table and he pounded nails into my feet.
Dog.
Yeah, that was the dog. Well, I went upstairs but there was an old man thrashing around, and he knocked me downstairs. Very good, that was the goat. Well, I went down in the cellar, and a man with an axe knocked me upstairs again. Bull. But I would not have minded any of that if it weren't for the little old man on the roof going, "Chuck him up to me! Chuck him up to me!" Well, after that, the robbers were gone, and I'd say Jack and his friends found their fortune.
I forgot. I like that story. That's fun.
Well, you want to do another story?
Yes.
Okay. This one's called Mr. Man's Garden. Well, Mr. Man, he had a big garden in town. He had rows of crops and rows, and Brer Rabbit, he could see in that garden, and he was dreaming of those crops. He had rows of lettuce. He had practically enough to feed a city there. And Brer Rabbit figured that just wasn't fair that he had all that food, and he wasn't sharing it with Brer Rabbit. It just wasn't fair. So, one day, Brer Rabbit was going for a walk next to Mr. Man's, and he heard Mr. Man out front talking to his daughter Susie. So Brer Rabbit crept into the bushes and listened. "Now, Susie, I'm going to be going out of town, but don't let Brer Rabbit in my garden. Okay?" "Yes, sure, whatever you say," said Susie. And Mr. Man left. Just then, Brer Rabbit crept out of the bushes and came up and said, "Howdy there, Susie." "What's your name?" she asked. "Well, I'm Billy Malone. I was just talking to Mr. Man. He said I could go in and have all the lettuce I wanted." "Well, he said I wanted to let Brer Rabbit in, but he didn't say anything about Billy Malone. So I guess," and she opened the gate, and Brer Rabbit went in, and he went immediately to the lettuce row, and he started eating.
You gonna pick me up? I'm at school.
And eating. And eating. Until he'd about eaten the entire row, and he couldn't stand any more. He was about to burst. He went let himself out of the gate and went back home. When Mr. Man got back, he saw his lettuce was missing. He asked Susie, "Who ate my lettuce?" "Well, don't you remember? You told Billy Malone he could have all the lettuce he wanted." "Did I really? What does this Billy Malone look like?" "Well, he has long ears and buck teeth, and he kind of hops like this." "I see," said Mr. Man. Well, about a week later, Mr. Man was out talking with Susie again when Brer Rabbit passed by. Again, he hid in the bushes to listen. "Now, Susie, I'm going out of town again, and don't let Brer Rabbit in my garden. Don't let anyone have any more of that lettuce, what little I've got left." "Well, sure," said Susie, and Mr. Man left. Brer Rabbit came out of the bushes and hopped up and said, "Hello there, Susie. Remember me? I'm Billy Malone. I was just talking to Mr. Man. He said I couldn't have any lettuce, but I could have all the carrots I wanted." "Well, he said I shouldn't let Brer Rabbit in, but he didn't say anything about Billy Malone, so I guess," and she opened the gate. Brer Rabbit hopped in, went straight to the carrot row, started eating. Until he'd about eaten the entire thing. He couldn't stand to eat anymore, and he let himself out of the gate and headed home. About a week later, well, before that, Mr. Man got back, and he saw his carrot row was decimated too, and he asked what happened. "Well, don't you remember? You told Billy Malone he could have all the carrots he wanted." "Did I really? Now, what does this Billy Malone look like again?" "Well, he's got long ears and buck teeth, and he hops." "I see," said Mr. Man. He had an idea who that was. Next day, about a week later, he was going out to get some more groceries, but before he left, in the peanut row, which was the next row from the carrot row, he set up a big trap, a box that would fall down on anyone who went by under it. And then as he was out there talking to Susie, guess who went by? Brer Rabbit. And sure enough, he crouched in the bushes to listen. Now, Susie, I'm going out of town again. And don't let Brer Rabbit in my garden. And don't let anyone have any more of the lettuce or carrots, what little I've got left. Yes, sure. That sounds good, Susie. And Mr. Man left. Brer Rabbit came around again, hopped up, said, "Hello, Susie." Who did he say he was? I'm Billy Malone. I was just talking to Mr. Man. He said I couldn't have any lettuce or carrots, but I could have all the peanuts I wanted. Well, he said I shouldn't let Brer Rabbit in, but he didn't say anything about Billy Malone. So I guess you can go have some peanuts. She opened the gate. Brer Rabbit hopped in, went over to the peanut row, and started eating. A box suddenly fell down on top of him. He was trapped. It was a trap. He couldn't get out. Looked around, was getting worried. He was trying to figure out how to get out. And just then, he heard footsteps. And there was Mr. Man again. He looked, peeked in the trap. I see, Brer Rabbit. I finally caught you. I've been waiting for some rabbit skin boots. And my wife would like some rabbit stew. I'll just go get a knife real quick. I'll be right back. Just stay right there, Brer Rabbit. Brer Rabbit was really getting scared now. What could he do? What could he do? Just then, he heard another familiar voice. "Is that you, Brer Fox?" he said. "Oh, yes, it is. Did Mr. Man finally catch you, Brer Rabbit?" said Brer Fox. Brer Fox is always trying to catch him. "Oh, yes. He's caught me. He's trapped me in this box." "Well, what's he gonna do to you?" said Brer Fox. "What's he gonna do?" "Oh, it's terrible," he thought fast. He's feeding me food. I can't stand it. He's feeding me pizza. And he's feeding me ice cream. And he's feeding me steak." "That really doesn't sound so bad," said Brer Fox. "Oh, it's terrible. I can't stand it. I'm about to burst. He's feeding me cupcakes." Can you think of any other things?
Mozzarella sticks.
And mozzarella sticks. And cake.
And cookies.
Well, I just can't stand it. It's terrible. That really doesn't sound so bad. How about we switched? "Oh no, you don't want to do this, Brer Fox." Just then Brer Fox lifted the lid and hopped in and went in. And Brer Rabbit ran out, hopped out as fast as he could. Well, Brer Rabbit, he headed home. But let's just say we haven't seen Brer Fox for a while.
So today I will be telling how Nehemiah got free.
All right.
So back when slaves were still around, they were known to outwit their masters and be able to get out of working like that. But there was one slave named Nehemiah who was the best of the best. Well, one day, the meanest slave owner ever, Mr. Williamson, bought Nehemiah and told him, "Now son, I know you like to outwit masters, but that ain't gonna work on me. So I want you to get your tail to work right now." Nehemiah said, "Well, master, I have you a deal. If I can make you laugh, I don't gotta work for 2 days." Mr. Williamson hasn't laughed in 30 years, and that man was 50. So he said, "I'll raise up the stakes, Nehemiah. If you make me laugh, then I'll let you be free forever. But if you don't, you're my slave until you die." "Okay, master, I'll take that bet," said Nehemiah. So he thought some more, and he came up with a brilliant idea that was sure to make any grown man laugh. So he told Mr. Williamson, "Master, you know you're a fine-looking man. You know that?" "Well, sure I do, but I can't say the same about you, Nehemiah," said Mr. Williamson. "Well, you could, if you told the same big lies I just did. Mr. Williamson held his head back so far that he almost broke his neck. And he laughed so loud that every plantation around could hear him. But he laughed before he thought. And that's how Nehemiah got free.